Morning, everyone. What the hell is it? Today is Monday. No, sorry. Yesterday was Monday because CP and I went and looked at some pasture yesterday for the 26 grazing season, like 2026 for next year. And so, anyways, today we're obviously back home. I'm in Little Blue, and chores are done for this morning, and we're heading out that slough that we baled like friggin' 20 kilometers away, or 15-20 kilometers away, whatever the heck that was. Roughly 10 to 15 miles one way to the slough. They're way late in the fall. We're going to get the bales from that slough, and then my buddy Jason, who hauled bales for me with his semi, he hauled one load from Wally Urie's place south of Weyburn, Sask. I made a deal with Jason to buy some bales from him, so we're going to get those bales also. Whether we get everything hauled today or not is a different story, but if I get a couple, 2-3 loads here this afternoon before it gets too dark, that would work for me. I'm not hauling bales in the dark though. Anyway, we're heading over there. I'll bring you guys back when we start loading. Talk to you then. Alrighty guys, well, we're out here in the field and something's been playing with the bales. Something's been rubbing on them. Not a lot, but a little bit. This one's been rubbed on anyways. But we'll try getting 17 bales on the truck, and then we'll be heading for home. I'll bring you back here in a little bit once we got a few more loaded up. Alrighty guys, well, you can see in the mirror, we've loaded 17 bales on. Truck is kind of sinking in this field. CP stayed back. There's 2 bales left because there was 19 in total, and she's gonna move them way up to the roadside instead of us bouncing the truck all the way across the field. So she'll move them 2 bales and just hang out here waiting for me till I get back from unloading this stuff. So anyway, let's get home and get this stuff unloaded. Alrighty, well, we're home. There's the load. And since we used all the bales out of this area, I figure let's just fill her back up again, right? And we used the bales out of there and a bunch of this other hay from right here. And we use that over there too. So we got areas where we can fill the holes back in. That way when we go to tub grind next time, it's not that far to move the bales to make my rows the way I want the bales to be ground. Anywho, no time like the present. Alrighty. So I had a few really not so great alfalfa bales stacked right here. 2, 4, 6, like 7 bales. So I'm going to double stack up these slough hay bales, and I figured, well, we'll put those alfalfa bales on top of the slough hay, because to be totally honest, in my eyes, that alfalfa that's dried right out to a popcorn fart, like it's really dried out really bad. It ain't much better food value than the slough hay. So we just stacked them all together. There's only 2 slough hay bales left there. I can easily stack them in that stack and then fill up my holes with potentially single bales of a better feed quality. Now there is a few of the bales that I got from Jason that they look like that right there. They're kind of squashed out and real crappy type bales, but they were baled way too wet, and that's why they're mushrooming or pancaking down. But it'll all be feed. It's all based on cow feed. And this year, the way the year went for us, the way the year went with it being so dry, any kind of feed is better than no feed at all. I've got enough good feed to offset the poor feed, so we should be fine. Anywho, we'll get back to where we loaded and keep going here. Talk to you later. Something's missing. Friggin' hell! I was trying to watch. I swear I never touched the edge, but there's no way that glass should have just shattered from picking a bale. So I must have touched the edge of the friggin' trailer and she exploded. God dang it. That's for another day. Let's get the bales hauled. Later. Alrighty. Well, I just got off the phone with Bobcat of Regina. Holy bloody heck. $3.99 for the glass in there, and basically another $150 to have it installed into this door frame. And I priced out for the Lexian, so basically that's like a plexiglass. That some bitch, $4,000. Yeah, not doing that. That's a bloody calf, more than a calf, because you got to change the whole frame and the glass. You change everything, because apparently that Lexian that they have for our machine, it won't just drop right into our door frame. That we need a whole new door frame, a different wiper blade system, a different door handle system, everything, and it's $4,000. If it was just the Lexian only, that's $1,100. But then there's the frame, the different windshield wiper, different door handle, lock, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I guess we ain't doing that. I guess I'll probably more than likely be going back to another glass freaking window. God dang it anyways. Anyway, we're just about at the point of loading, so talk to you guys soon. Hello, Little Blue. And these are the bales. More grassy stuff, but it'd be darn nice for the calves, I think. And then, so there's still 23 of these guys here, and then I don't know how many are here, 8, 9 of these really wet bastards that are starting to pancake down. You can see he's pancaking down. So this is going to have a lot heavier alfalfa content in it. And they could have some mold in them. So I'm getting those obviously a lot cheaper. So, anywho, let's get them loaded. Alrighty guys, well, last load. She's right full, 17 bales. That's not bad. We started about 11:30. It's 3:30 right now, and we're on our way home with the last trip. The old Dodge is just a rockin'. Got the old friggin' 94.5 playing. The oldies. Some Gino Vanelli and some AC/DC and so on and so forth. Let's get this stuff home and get it unloaded. Talk to you later. Alrighty guys, well, all those bales. So now all of the bales that we made and bought, purchased, are all home. Finally. That was, these bales that we hauled today, that was a job I was hoping to have done a couple weeks ago, but with a truck breakdown and everything else that was going on, it just never got done. Simple as that. You've been coming along, you know what it's like. So this area is filled back up and double road back on the back half there with the slew hay. So this is all full, and I did throw a couple in this area here, and now I'm gonna grab one of them. It's a grassy, it's a mix of grass and slew hay, and we're gonna go and unroll it for the girls behind the shop, just so we can see what the heck this sucker looks like on the inside. I'm curious as to what me buddy JJ is giving me. So anywho, I'll bring you back once we get part of it unrolled, or as we're unrolling it later. Alrighty, so it's pretty grassy stuff, but JJ told me that it was almost like seeded pasture, and it was done in August. So yeah, it's pretty much pure grass. Some of it's pretty old, some of it's not, but in general, it's it looks pretty decent. There's some old stuff in there, and I knew I was getting that, and that's fine, because he did say there was lots of old grass mixed in. It was basically a pasture. So like I said before, it was basically a pasture. It smells good. And then this particular bale, he had a low spot that was more or less slewish. Couple little short low spots that had kind of like a slew hay in it. So right here where Dot is and Princess, you can see the reed canary grass in it, but she seems to be liking it. So anywho, I think CP and I, until it gets dark, sun's going down, I think we're gonna cut a little bit of wood, and then that'll be the end of the day. So I gotta go feed some grain to the calves, you know, all that, get into the winter routine, so to speak. Anywho, let you guys go. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you later.